I'll hold back some of my PvP stories and rumors to core for later. You know what I mean? We got meat market out here, literally hanging out in I guess a meat market and fish market. This man is just kind of a bunch of markets all together. Lintania opening up as an outlaw rogue. I like the little crown you got going on. Also, the alliance you look for your Mog. That looks great. Also, that sash you got going on with the belt. You're gonna be able to earn that in like 10 to 5, by the way. Right now, the only way to earn that is to recruit a friend, but you'll be able to earn that kind of like a Mog very soon, and it looks insanely good. Sap as the rogue, the outlaw rogue, does got himself an escape. Meat does not really commit a big crusade there just yet. Lintania, though, being an outlaw rogue, of course, the subtlety does not have nearly the same amount of escape tools of double vanish as the other specs. He does play into a very short blind though, so he's gonna try to see if he can use a blind to blind, grapple away, hang behind the pillar. As long as there's no dots, he might actually be able to escape. Cheap shot got himself another opener. Their outlaw rogue so far has gotten more openers than a subtlety. Big crusade down. Me trying to see if he can lock down Lintania. For Lintania, it's a cloak shot. Is trying to see if maybe he can stick around with it. Got himself a bunch of ambushes too. With a dance available, that's a lot of between the eyes potential damage. Bubble out of meat market as Lintania trying to see if he can back up out of there. Vanish for the rogue onto the bubble. If Mead got himself eyes, he could potentially pick him up to find Lintania. Unless Lintania just runs right in. Maybe trying to see if he can deny the blind pickup from Meat. I don't know if this man's got much left here. Wall potentially, basic protection. I don't really know. I guess Lintania was able to puncture right through it. I wasn't really tracking the paladin to see what cooldowns he had. But I guess he just didn't have enough versus Rogue. Does go down for concentration as luck. Looking to get lucky. Lintania runs it with a cheap shot. Got himself a go. Wall up immediately for luck. And Lintania has a trinket in order to break out of that stun immediately. Luck trying to see if he can use mobility. But the grapple hook of Outlaw just lets him move out into another zip code within seconds. Blind really quickly as Luck trying to see if he can lock down the rogue. Maybe get himself a little bit of healing. Slow down to Luck though. Should be maybe chasing after the rogue. I think he's trying to see if he can back away, hoping the rogue runs at him. But instead, the rogue backs up out of there. Just kind of wants to see if he can catch some quick reset. Not a subtlety, but he's catching nearly as many resets as a subtlety rogue. Is it still dotted? No, not dotted. The wings are down. Crusade not available for Luck. As Lynn trying to get himself another opener. Every single opener you do as Outlaw, you do have that subterfuge or a long subterfuge window to try to see if you can go for a couple of those between the eyes back to back. Shield of Evidence, immediately blinds, looking for the reset. I think maybe if a Judgment reconnects, Doe's going for a Vanish. Try to see if he can get himself a reset. Stumped by Luck, maybe an opportunity to lock down Lynn. For Lynn right now, that is dance available. Could potentially make some kind of a go with a dance. There's going to be a dance available with an ambush. Potential lots of damage. Luck, do you have an immunity? That's a lot of between dance back-to-back Lynn hands. Wait, Lynn could potentially just stay in there, but actually backs up out. This is an opportunity to maybe maximize his output. Get Luck super low, no longer has a big immunity. Lynn just needs a cheap shot and have himself a proper go. Cloak of Shadows might help secure you a bit of extra defense in order to hang in. But a Blessing of Protection or Bubble are going to be back up if you're not fast enough. Trying to get this ambushes between the eyes, pistols, all that is doing a ton of damage. Cloak of Shadows to cover your assault. Luck did not have an immunity. Lynn just had to commit everything. That was kind of lucky. I think the Forbearance was coming off of the Paladin very soon, right? Knocked back until Lintania does end up getting knocked out in the open. And that's Outlaw for you. You know what? The more I look at Outlaw, the more I'm like, yeah, this is like subtlety now. Used to be the Outlaw was a spec out and about, pistoling you about, pistol whipping you out in the arena. But I feel like now I'm looking at it, it's a lot more like sub. All rogues are about the same, except for Assass. That one just melts you. That one just puts doubts in you and bails out as Lintania trying to bail away from nerf. As he got himself a little bit of self-survivability with the Nature's Vigil, trying to stay aggressive, catches the root onto Lintania, keeping the pressure rolling in. Whatever sustained damage he can offer is helping out. That's going to be Mushroom on top of it. All that Moonfire, popping the bear from just to keep himself alive. Thorns to follow. Lintania needs to either stay on or back out. But with the dots, I think it's just going to be sealed your fate. Yeah, one more Starfall and it's over, or a Starburst, or whatever the hell you call it, with Stony up next, charging out versus Nerf. Nerf got to find a way to max range Stony if at all possible, trying to go for silence, doesn't quite get the root on top of it as well. Stun as he's trying to move from one cover to another, and Stony looking to drop down Nerf if at all possible. Beam back down. Nerf trying to see if he can maybe survive this Barskin Bear from Hapsam Heart of the Wild. Knock back into Stony for just a second. If only he had something like Ursols or anything. Trying to catch a reset. Oh, Shadow Melt almost let you out of sight. Bash from a distance. Cyclone is the last thing that's really keeping you alive. Catch some regrowth, leaping away. Using that plenty of Druid mobility in order to get the hell out of dodge. They nerfed the crit and crit from Wings, did they? Like the Wings or Crusade? Which one did they nerf? Well, because I don't remember. Swing on Crusade is pretty long, no? It is pretty long, 2 minutes. I think that's why a lot of Paladins, at least only you I've noticed, play 1 minute Wings instead of 2 minute Wings. Because Crusade got that big haymaker. You do get to ramp up quite a bit of damage. But the consistency of 1 minute Wings, I think is really, really solid. There's not too many downsides for it, where Crusade has at least no downside of you don't have a good uptime on it. Into a Root, Silent, Stony can all do much. Nerf able to get himself full set of dots on the Stony and procs. I mean, the procs that he's doing, the extra damage he's pulling off is actually quite solid. Stony's just taking constant hits back behind the pillar. Not much you can really do, while Nerf is just getting fully fueled full of resources. For Stony, it might be a situation where he chills behind the pillar, catches a couple of resets, hangs out with a corpse of Lentania, maybe gives him a proper burial or something. Well, for Nerf, you just got to get the dots and keep him rolling. Moonfire, Sunfires, all that. If you can do that, eventually for Stony, he is going to run out of mana or run out of dampening, which is slowly creeping over him. All that healing reduced bit by bit by bit. As Nerf trying to maintain the dots, Stony knows he's kind of limited on time. He's got to make up by at some point. Knockback by Nerf, got himself Hand of Freedom to keep himself moving. Lots of procs for Nerf. The Thorns on top of it. Stony with the shield defense got himself at least an opportunity to maximize that shield defensively, or I guess aggressively. As it's going to be beams just chasing out again, trying out what it might be a bubble right now. It does go for the bubble. Question is, does Nerf have a way to get out of this situation though? Got himself big heals, switching forms in order to stay mobile, trying to see if he can get away from Stony. Still got the big Crusade, so it's a lot of Haymaker, lots of momentum damage of the already silence of the Stony. Still can throw in judgments and a handful of other spells, but it's a perfect opportunity for Nerf to get some dots in. Leaping back. I love the Boomkin's mobility right now. Starfire at the end, just trying to see if he can end the duel. Nerf does get stunned up the Stony. Oh, it does end up capitalizing with that Crusade. He just let the ramp keep going. Wake up matches in every direction. In case cool this, just blast him out of nowhere. And the Rogue does end up sneaking by those Wake of Ashes hits, with Chicago gonna be up next. My god, that was such a close duel. I feel like the Boomkin next match, like if he just crit a little bit more, just I feel like it was up. He played out super well. I feel like if maybe a different map or a bit of extra RNG in his favor, he would have definitely won it. Knocked back onto Cool immediately. Chicago taking full sepsis. Might be a trinket here. Looking to wall it. That's going to be a lot of damage taken. Guardian may not be enough. Dust Pop wall as well. Cloaker Shot is for the Rogue. Can't really do anything because Rogue is dodging him. Well, immune from all the magic damage you're doing. All the elemental damage goes out of the window. Trying to knock the Rogue, he just steps right back to you. Chicago got nothing left. Trying to heal as best as possible. Blind by the Rogue. He just wanted to go for a blind just to get an extra CC on Chicago just to keep him in place. Just not giving you a chance at all. As he goes in for a Shiv. Sunder. I don't know if Chicago can maybe turn this around. Do you have a stun? Knock back onto the Rogue. Chicago hasn't got the chance to play. They just get CC'd the entire game. They've just been playing defense. That was absolutely unfair with how much CC and pressure Cool this has. Chicago, all they can do is maybe trick in the opener, right? That's about all he can do. Cool this with a quick gouge into Web. Web does get a full sepsis onto Cool. Has no cloak, nothing to remove these dots. Full burst. Cool does have cheat death as long as it saves him. Does save him, but that last Shadow Strike at the end sealed the deal with Austin. Just moving along. Just cruising. Trying to say hello to Web. A bit of a rematch between these two. And Web actually has everything besides Shadow Blades, right? Trying to show the mount. That is a good looking mount though. You know what? I kind of want this mount. I want him to keep the original. I wanted to keep the original like low polygon one. The one you can like, you rub 2 pixels together and you made the mount kind of deal. But like make a new version of it too. So for the players that have the original, also they get the new updated version of it too. That maybe looks even more unique. Maybe with a cool pattern. Maybe with a dope effect or something. You know what I mean? Big blasts by Austin. Trying to see if he can put the pressure onto Web. As soon as you go behind the pillar, Ring of Fire is there. It's not going to have you feeling good at all. With the touch of the magic, the Ring of Fire actually just doubles into it. That damage over time with a missile steer. Oh, it just splashes back to back on one another. Web had to go for a vanish. It was a clean vanish. You almost picked up the eye. I feel like you were dangerously close to the eye. Could have picked it up randomly. Austin sending out orbs in every direction. Got himself at least a bit of a decent position. If Web wants to get an open on the guy, not going to be easy. Immediate breath as soon as the man Shadow Strikes, catches him in Ring of Frost. Step to get out. Blinks back in. Web is going to have to get frozen. He does get frozen behind the pillar. Trinkets it with a vanish. Super aggressive. Hold on. Maybe there's a play right now. Kidney Shot does back away. Cloaker Shot is up for Web. Might just have to burn it. Trying to see if he can hold on to it. There goes Shadow Blades. Does go for the cloak. Catching up to Austin. Immediate trinket. Austin does not really have a lot of ways to live this right now unless he goes for full block. Does go for Invis to reduce a lot of the eviscerate damage back to back. And it's going to be missiles. Oh, but they froze. Oh, okay, that's fair. I think he's going to connect. Does end up connecting. Smoke bomb was not giving you any cover whatsoever as well. Trying to see if you can back up out of them. Images from behind. They're just frostbolting you. They're not even going to let you catch a reset. Wait, blink and stun could do it. Wait, are you just dead? You still dotted. Ring of Fire? Oh, this still catches you. Oh, no. Oh, between Rock and a hard place. Web, I think, knows he probably lost. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. So close. So close. Yeah, Austin is like, on Forge, man. On Forge. There wasn't much you could do. That was so rough. I feel like maybe if you just stood still, but you want to stay still. You want to reposition. That's just how it goes. It's going to be immediate orb onto leaf. The guy just you know what? Taking another orb and then going for a camera to catch Silverisa versus Seawork. Not the worst idea. Dropping down charge trap. The guy got himself food, but a Death Chakram is going to interrupt the feast with an ultra time. Austin should be maybe okay as long as he doesn't have that ultra time cleaned up. Trying to see if he can go counter pressure with Leaf. It's going to be big kill shots versus massive barrages leaping in. It's going to be Ice Block Leaf still taking huge hits. It's going to be Austin breaking out of the Ice Block. Touching the magic is still into Leaf. Goes in for a Turtle Shell. Austin does end up turning the tables with a Ring of Frost on the pet. Ring of Fire on the corner versus Leaf most likely. I don't even know if it connected. I don't think it was out. Does go for the scatter. Disrupting the missiles. He just needs some kind of a decent CC. Grenades are getting sent in. Feign death for a second. Got himself a bit of defensive. Breath to follow. Trinkets out of it immediately. Both of them are so low. Whoa! Hold on a second. He got the kill shot. That was incredible. He did it. Hold on a second. He actually got the kill shot around the corner. No shot. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, there it is. That was actually incredible. I thought it was going to be one-sided, but he brought it back for his team.